Welcome to the Devolution, a show to empower, enlighten, and entertain divas and those that love us.
Welcome to the Devolution Show. Hey, and our wine tonight is a very fun bottle. I hope you saw a picture of it on Facebook. It is called Pacific Cruise Highway. It has an old Corvette on it, or it might be. Let's go with Corvette. And it's a Cabernet Sauvignon 2015. But the bottle is just really, really cool. It's Pacific Highway. And, of course, we got it at Vino Wine Warehouse, located at 512 East Midland Street, right here in Bay City, on the other side of the bridge. And as you know, Vino is our wine sponsor. Thank you, Greg Kimbrew, for our monthly wine. I get to pick up a new one on Wednesday because it's Divas Night Out, and we're going to talk about that later. So we have a little turnaround this evening. Why don't you tell us about it, Sandy?
Well, we're just trying to decide what to do on the radio show tonight, and I said, well, Deb, let's...
For some reason, I'm not hearing you.
You're not hearing me?
Check if your mic is on. Somebody might have shut it off. Sometimes we have different shows and people think they have to shut their mic off. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, this is Sandy D from the Zingy Divas, and tonight we're going to switch things around. And when deciding on what to do for the show tonight, I suggested that we do a show on Deb because she has many talents. And she goes, okay. She says, you interview me. So this is a new venue for me. So let's give it a try here.
I'm a little nervous.
You should be a little nervous.
Juliana, you bail me out if things get too sketchy.
No.
So Juliana Tacey's here with us this evening. She is a licensed massage therapist, and Sandy is with the Zingy Divas. So
Here.
We have two sponsor spotlights and me this evening.
Okay.
That's a lot.
So, Miss Deb St.Hilaire, tell us briefly about how talented you are. And don't make a face at talented, because you are.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that talented would be kind of the things that I like to do the best are the things that I guess are.
But talent is part of your image, because you are a talented person. You're smart, talented, creative.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can we subdivide the category? Give us what you are certified or something in, and then take the other thing. The other thing is creativity that way.
Okay. All right. So my talents lie with what I enjoy doing, which is how it should be. My favorite thing to do is coaching and public speaking. And the reason that I started the radio station is for those two reasons. That's where I feel my most comfortable, and so I guess that's where I'm most talented as well. And, of course, writing. So my whole thing is helping women find their voice and use it, not be afraid to use it, and to know themselves and what they stand for and what they believe and give them purpose. And because so many people don't have any of those things, and those are the people that flounder, that don't look happy. When you walk down the street, you can, whether it be some kind of look on their face, be it negative or positive, those people have passion in their lives. Whether they're mad about something or happy about something, they have passion in their lives. And the people that lack passion just haven't found what it is yet. And so that's what I'm talented in, helping people find their passion.
Okay, good. So tell me when you first started knowing that you had an interest in coaching and helping people.
I think I probably have always helped people because people have always come to me with their problems.
So it's just innate.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I didn't take a class until 2009.
So what motivates you?
My work.
Your work.
You know, and it's funny because I just wrote an article for Women to Women magazine today. And it's, you know, my motivation has changed. My purpose and my passion has changed throughout the years. When I was in my 20s, all I wanted to do was travel and have fun and dive off of cliffs and laugh and have fun.
As you should have done.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then after I had kids, they became all-consuming. You know how that is.
Sure. Sure.
That becomes your whole life. And it was, now they're grown, and I see that I did a good job raising them. They're both self-sufficient, and so it kind of got redirected. So throughout our lives, we can have as many purposes and many passions. And right now, what motivates me is knowing that I can possibly make a difference in one person's life every day. That motivates me.
Oh, that's
That
good.
makes me happy.
Good. So tell me about a time, an interesting story while coaching without mentioning any names.
Okay. I had the opportunity to be in a joint venture program with a woman from, I believe, New York. And this was a worldwide event. And my prize, we had to give a prize and a freebie. So my freebie was an article that I wrote, and my prize was a 3-month coaching session with me, a once-a-week coaching session. And only one person took me up on it, and so naturally she won the prize, and she was from Poland. So every Saturday we Skyped, and it went on for a year.
Wow, that's wonderful.
And we're still very good friends.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
That is an
and
interesting
she didn't
story.
tell me what she wanted to do at first. We were just talking about a direction and how to watch for signs, because if you allow synchronicity to guide you to what you're supposed to be doing, it will, if you just watch. And then about 3 or 4 months into the coaching, I asked her what she wanted to be, and she said a coach.
So you influenced her in a positive way.
Maybe, or maybe she wanted to be a coach all along. I don't know.
She might have, but you pointed her in that direction or made her realize that was her
Right.
life.
So that was interesting, and I never would have met her or become friends with her, and we still talk, which is lovely. And that was in 2010, I think, that happened.
That's a long time.
The winter of 2010, yes.
Wow.
Almost 7 years, wow.
So if we did the thorn rose thing, what would be your thorn in coaching?
That I don't reach everyone that needs it,
So what's your rose?
that I'm really, really good at it.
All right. That's good. I like that. That's what I wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything else that you want to say about coaching?
Yes, I just rebranded for years and years. Since 2009, my coaching business was Sky's the Limit Coaching.com. And it just wasn't saying what I wanted it to say anymore, because I don't think the sky is the limit. You know, it just wasn't singing to me anymore. And I didn't renew the website. You know, things happen how they're supposed to, and someone bought it. I went to get it again, and it was gone. So I had to rebrand.
What's the name now?
Strength from Within Training, and the website is strengthfrowwithin.training. And that says so much more about the way that I coach, because I've always said that I coach from the inside out. I'm certified in so many different coaching modalities, and then I'm also a Reiki master and a design psychologist. So I cover you from nutrition to what you want to do or transition. You know, if you're going through something that we all go through, things that we can't handle alone. And that's my specialty. And family and divorce coaching is one of my niches. And adoption coaching. If you are an adoptee or you have an adopted child, these are all things that I have gone through and am empathetic with, and have tried different things to fix that. I try everything on myself first. This isn't like my coaching programs aren't you do this and you do the same thing. They're an interview, and I find out what you need, and then I write a program for you.
To that person.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So it's different in that way, because that's why I make sure that I have all these different modalities, because I'll be darned, I can help you. You know, it doesn't matter what you're going through. I can help you.
So do you mind sharing with why adoption is a passion of yours?
My sister and I were both adopted, and it was never an issue. I mean, it was that part of it was we just always knew and accepted it. However, the struggles because of knowing that I was adopted have been real and numerous and challenging, as they are for people that have a single parent, that one parent walked out on them. You always, I shouldn't say always, many of us feel like we weren't good enough, and that person abandoned us because of us, not because of them. And it takes years and years to realize that it had nothing to do with you,
right,
and yet everything to do with them. But adoptees go through that self-worth and abandonment thing just like single parent children do. And even if your parents fought all the time, there's things that we blame ourselves for. Anyway, I've tried all different kinds of things, and I've journaled about it, and so I know what worked for me and what didn't work, but I try everything. You know, when I coach parents that are adopting, you know, I help them find the words to say to the child so that they never feel like, and my parents said all the right things, they really did, but you still question that. And so I guide the parents toward that growing up process, what conversations to have. And
so it sounds to me, from knowing you for a few years, that you're very thankful that this family did adopt you.
Oh my God, yes. I can't even imagine what my life would have been like without them.
Very family oriented.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My cousins are all like my sisters and brothers, mm-hmm, rather than cousins. Yeah. And my sister's like my sister.
That sounds so funny.
It does. I remember one time when we were sitting at I was an ambassador for the Chamber of Commerce, and we were sitting there eating, you know, at a luncheon meeting, and everybody's talking, and this one woman was beginning to go through, starting to have really strong Braxton Hicks, and she goes, and I called my mother, and the other one said, yeah, my mother really helped me through all that too. And I'm just matter-of-factly eating my lunch, you know, and I said, yeah, I couldn't call my mom. She never had any kids. And I didn't think anything of it. And everybody stopped and looked at me, and my friend poked me, and I looked up and said, what? And I realized how ridiculous that sounded. And then I said, oh, yeah, I was adopted. And they all went, oh, my mother
That is kind of funny.
It is.
Yeah. That reminds me of a time when my daughter had a nun for a teacher, was Sister Bernita. And her sister lived by me, and I was telling somebody, her sister lives by. No, it's her real sister. So I felt kind of stupid saying that too when she was a nun. So I can